Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly Word, episode 110. Nevos. We made it, baby.
110 of the best.
110. Shit. I feel like I'm a little bit disorganized for this episode of Weekly Word. Shit everywhere. Got cables going everywhere.
Well, I don't know what Dill's doing this shit. Like,
got
put it on the walls of Dill.
acoustic tiles everywhere. We still don't know what the fuck's going on with the background over here. Viewers at home. That being said, we did, you just came in because you were on the phone, but we did actually get quite a good suggestion from one of our YouTube subscribers last week.
World map?
No, not one map. He suggested a curtain in the background.
Oh yeah.
Because then we get the benefit of having something nice in the background, and we also get the
ambience,
the acoustics of it as well. Thoughts?
Good idea.
Color? That's the question, isn't it? It's because you can't go black because your head would blend in, and my shirt would blend in.
I think you need a blue.
Blue, blue in like the ocean or the sky.
Gets like a blue screen.
Topics of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock, new products. Coming soon, Gainz Tour 2017, AskNeve.
Ooh! Jam-packed episode of MassiveJoes Weekly Word for you guys this week. Going to spend a lot of time on AskNeve. We've actually got 19 questions, and we're going to get through each and every one of them.
Yeah.
First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
I was saying to you off camera, I'm not even gonna showcase this.
Go and see Robbie, mate.
I know. I'm gonna try get in on Friday. I got to hit him up. It's a fucking disgrace at the moment.
I'll just show you mine.
Yeah.
Because it's not good because I've had a hat on all day.
Yeah. But it's tight.
But I'm finally starting to get the undercut.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get an undercut next time and then start doing the old Joseph.
Yeah.
Of because it's growing out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Look how long it is.
It's quite long. Yeah.
But I'm going to get the undercut next time on the right hand side so that it goes over, but then it can do a bit like what you're doing, a bit of the
like
a bit of the mop,
a bit of like the helmet, a bit of the penis toupee.
Instead of back, I'm going to go a bit more sideways. But
Yeah.
We'll get there.
First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
All right, hit him.
BSC. I'm guessing that's what product is that?
Low carb, high protein bars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All flavors.
Boom. All 7, 8.
What did I have the other day?
I don't even know how many flavors, but fuck, they're good.
I can't remember what flavor I had the
so
other day. It
good.
was fucking delicious.
I had cookies and cream. Amazing. They've done so. I'm legit, like for real. From an Australian supplement company.
They've done
Like
very
they
well.
need to take those bars to the world.
Yeah.
That's how fucking good they are.
They're up there with my bars.
Oh, definitely. And macros are much better as well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
New products.
Oh, that's it?
Yep.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
New products.
Yes.
Oh, and Kraken just came back in stock as well.
Ooh.
It's not on the list, but Kraken back in stock because Barney Yong,
Yeah.
his favourite product, Dilla, please put it up right now. The Barney Yong thumbs up.
Oh,
approval.
there it is. Gets a Barney Yong tick of approval.
For Kraken, so it's back in stock.
Fantastic.
New products.
Yep. Hit him.
ANS Rave.
Oh, yes. The new nootropic supplement from ANS that I'm a big fan of.
I haven't tried it yet.
You have to. You can have some of my personal. You can have a couple scorpions. You need. You can take 1 to 2. I find like 1.5 is the sweet spot. 2 is too much sauce.
Never too much.
1 not enough. 1.5 sweet spot. But very cool. Very cool. High stimulant nootropic supplement from ANS. You guys should check that shit out.
EHP Labs Isopept.
Yes, the new lean protein from EHP Labs. Let's be honest, their second attempt at Oxyway, and they've done much better this time around because
good.
like it's actually an isolate.
Yeah.
It doesn't have fucking fats added to it.
I wasn't a real fan of the last one.
Yeah, Oxyway is you know, one of those very weird products.
Made a good pancake, made a good waffle.
Yeah.
Not good for drinking though.
No, Isopept.
Redcon 1 Breach Ballistic.
Boom! All new. Breach plus caffeine. Because you need more caffeine in your life.
I'm not liking how companies are doing this at the moment.
It's the craze at the moment, man, is your aminos plus your energy blend.
But everything is just more like this plus caffeine, this plus caffeine.
Yeah. People want to feel something, man.
Yeah.
I do get worried though, because like, I think there's a lot of people taking in over a gram of caffeine, a day. You were actually, you were telling us a story about your, was it Sunday?
Yeah, it was Sunday or Saturday. This
is a prime example of
what
I'm worried about.
I didn't train.
Yeah.
In the morning, I went and got a coffee. So that's what, 80 milligrams of caffeine. I didn't train and didn't have any fat burners because I obviously wasn't at work. When I'm at work, I've got a fat burner sitting at my desk and we've got heaps in the kitchen, so it's always access there. And I just didn't have anything. By like 4 o'clock, I was asleep for 2 hours. Woke up, had something to eat, and then me and the missus were laid in bed watching like Netflix on TV.
Neck minute.
I was just asleep.
Woke up Tuesday morning.
Yeah, it was like 7 o'clock, and I could not keep my eyes open to save me, and I couldn't work out what it was. I'm like, maybe I'm getting sick, maybe I'm run down. I'm like, well, I haven't done anything for 4 days. So
caffeine withdrawals.
It was legit because I hadn't any caffeine. My body just completely shut down without it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm worried about. People buying these aminos with all this caffeine. So what I'm trying to say, Breach Ballistic, great product. Just be careful if you're using these amino acids that have energy, caffeine-based energy blends in them. Don't forget to monitor your daily caffeine intake.
I mean, look at me today. I've had a scoop of OptiBurn.
Yeah.
A scoop of Utopia.
Woo! Already?
And a scoop
of time for me right now,
scoop of that BSN Focus, whatever the fuck that's called. Yeah. So there's like another...
You mean the BSN fat burner?
Yeah. There's another like 600 milligrams of caffeine and I'm feeling fine, feeling good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like what, 1 o'clock and I've already had 600 milligrams. Haven't even had a pre-workout yet.
I know.
Haven't had my afternoon pick-me-up. I'm going to be at like 1.2 fucking grams again by 5 o'clock.
No wonder you felt like shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, move on.
And Sparta Nutrition Kraken, Barney Yong's favourite pre-workout, now available in a rainbow fruit flavour.
AKA Skittles flavour. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Coming soon.
Yes, hit him.
Core ABCD.
Just speaking of amino acid supplements with energy blends, but mind you, Core have done this well, very well. And when I say well, I mean the fact that it is actually a legit amino acid supplement with an energy blend added to it.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of these supplements are energy blends with added aminos, so they don't really do the aminos well. But ABCD should be here, actually it should be here this week.
As well as Core Omega?
Also here this week, the high potency fish oil supplement from our good friends at Core Nutritionals.
BSN Test Booster? No. And Optimum Nutrition Fat Burner?
I got nothing.
No, nothing.
I got nothing.
All right.
Yeah. I don't even have a funny joke this week. I don't even have a story to tell.
I feel sick to my stomach about it, really, to be honest.
Yeah, it's horrible. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Gainz Tour 2017.
Yes! So, the Gainz Tour 2017. I know a bunch of you in Australia have been patiently waiting for this to be announced. So, the dates are locked down. The Gainz Tour 2017 is September 2 to September 11. So it's a 9-day tour. We are making space for 8 stops on this tour. The one thing we haven't locked down, Big Neve Boss, is where we're going.
Yep.
So I put an Instagram post up last week asking for opinions, and I'm asking for opinions right now from you guys, the YouTube subscribers. Where do you want us to go on the Gainz Tour 2017? What cities?
I've seen people ask you, who won the screenshot competition?
Adelaide.
Well,
yeah, no surprises there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, us being based in Adelaide. But it was so on Snapchat. I asked for screenshots for you to screenshot where you want us to go, and it was the top locations were Adelaide, Melbourne, and Sydney. Yep. Were the top 3. But you guys, let us know, for real. And I'm not just saying this like we've decided it and we're making you feel like you can be a player. We've locked the dates down. We don't know where we're going to go. So it's completely open to the people to decide. Because Big Neve, we are the people's company. Let us know down below, and hopefully the Gainz Tour will be rolling around to a city in September near you. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Ask Neve.
19 questions, Big Neve Boss. We're going balls deep in these questions, man. Starting from the top, D. Pizzana 7 from Texas, USA. Texas is a big state. Probably should have been a bit. What part of Texas? What city? You've been to a few.
Dallas.
Dallas. Okay, D Pizzana from Dallas. Hey guys, I was wondering if you guys have ever taken a pre-workout that's just so strong and makes you feel like shit afterwards, kind of like anxiety mixed with lightheadedness and nausea, like wanting to vomit. And if so, why does this happen? I was told it was sugar levels.
I don't think it's sugar levels.
No.
It's probably due to the high amounts of stimulants and caffeine in there.
Well, considering most pre-workouts are sugar-free, it ain't got shit to do with sugar levels.
No.
Yeah.
I used to feel this way because I used to be non-stim tolerant. Now I'm extremely caffeine tolerant, so that's why I like strong pre-workouts.
Very strong pre-workouts.
Strong pre-workouts at the moment.
Yeah.
That being said, the main time, like the one pre-workout that sticks out to me is the old D-stunner. That used to just make me feel terrible.
Used to stun the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
I get that with one full scoop of red, white, and boom. To be honest, that just fucks me up.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me feel sick, but I get it's not a nice feeling. It's like an anxiety type feeling.
There's a type that you want to feel while you're training. It's definitely not like that.
Yeah, so yeah, we have experienced that. And it's too many stimulants, man.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with sugar, too many stimulants. So like what I do with red, white, and boom is I use half a scoop.
Yeah.
So if you're experiencing that with your pre-workout at the moment, just tone that bitch down to like 3/4 scoop, half a scoop until you hit that sweet spot. And that's how you got to roll. Yeah. Michael Gaspar. Hey guys, Mike from Toronto, Canada. My daughter is 9 and a competitive gymnast. She eats lots of healthy foods and eats them often, but should she consider any supplementation to aid in her training? She is very young, so I was thinking just a multivitamin, or is there something else you guys would recommend? Stay massive.
Being that she's 9, I definitely wouldn't be recommending anything.
I'd recommend nothing, man. Yeah, just it sounds like she's doing everything she needs to be doing. Eating healthy foods, eating them often.
But if she's eating like fruits and veggies and meats,
yeah, you're gonna get all your vitamins.
Yeah, so as long as she's eating her fruits and veggies, and not like me as a kid who just ate Vegemite and cheese rolls for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, I probably needed a lot of help. But yeah, if she's eating healthy, then yeah, in the end, yeah, it's only taken a few years, but
yeah, Pauline did well.
She did. But yeah, definitely at 9, I definitely wouldn't be using anything.
Yeah, I second Big Neve boss. Rod Teasdale, Big Rod. Remember Rod? Filex Rod. G'day lads. Well, this is Rod from Maitland, New South Wales. It's country New South Wales. G'day lads. Massive thanks again to John Swall for the chat at the Sydney Fitness Expo. You're welcome, Rod. Anytime, man. Have been even more fired up and tearing the gym down since. I'm finding that the more I lift now, I'm cutting back on cardio after losing 80 kilograms. I'm not developing as quickly on the left side of my body. Is there something I should do differently, or just keep training and it will eventually even itself out? Get this question a lot.
Yeah. Rod, I'd just stick to isolateral machines or dumbbells. Hammer strength do a very good job of, well, I mean, pretty much most machines really.
Most machines now isolateral, yeah.
Will have isolateral. You don't, obviously your fixed machines, like your pin loaded machines are generally fixed. Yeah. But most of your plate loaded are isolateral. A lot of the machines, such as your incline, what are they called? Preacher curl, bicep curl, with a pin loaded. I do them with one arm, one arm at a time. Yeah. Make sure, because my left bicep is shaped a lot differently to my right bicep, so just try to even them out. But yeah, definitely dumbbells for everything, and then yeah, just use isolateral machines when you're using them.
And it will even itself out if you're doing that. But sort of
if you're using a lot of dumbbells and like barbell bicep curls and using like rope press downs, even if you're doing stuff like rope press downs, just do isolateral. Yeah. Like one arm at a time. Just use that one handle. Use the rope. Just use. Like you can tie the rope up in a little knot at the top and just make it into a single rope and just use one arm at a time. A lot of different things you can do just to make it isolateral.
Luke Lidbetter. Hey fellas, Luke here from Brisbane, Queensland. I have been getting a lot of nerve pain down my left leg due to my lower back. I have been seeing a chiropractor regularly and have been sticking away from heavy weights. What are some exercises I must avoid to ensure I'm not putting too much stress on my central nervous system and lower back?
Well, definitely all your main compound exercises are going to be a big no-go.
Well, he says nerve pain down left leg due to my lower back.
Yeah, so it's your back. Anything or any sort of back exercises that aren't supported.
Yeah.
Deadlift's
not a good idea. Barbell
even
rows.
even back squats.
Yeah.
Anything that's putting pressure through your spine. I mean, your backs, you only get one chance at life, and you don't want to fuck your back just by going back to the gym too early before anything's fixed.
Back is something you do not fuck around with, my man.
Yeah.
Don't mess with that shit. Sort that shit out.
I'd be getting it sorted before I think about going back to the gym and looking at what exercises I can do.
100%.
Yeah, because anyone who's had back issues, and obviously I don't know how old you are, but I'm guessing you've still got a good amount of years ahead of you, and I'd rather probably take a couple months off the gym than be back pain for the rest of the next 60 years of my life.
I agree. Jake Hearn, hey Neve, you very big boy. Where's Jake from? Do you know Jake? Where's Jake from? Just lock it down. Give me a place.
He's from Warragul.
Where?
Warragul.
In New South Wales?
Yep.
Jake Hearn from Warragul, New South Wales. Hey Neve, you very big boy. What powerlifting federation did you compete in? Could you give us a quick rundown of the differences between the big ones in Australia?
I competed in GPC. I mean, I'll be honest, man. I think it's just like with your bodybuilding, IFBB and your NABA, and I mean, it's just different federations. I mean, obviously you've got your drug-free and your non-drug-free.
Which I always get this confused. Which one is like drug-free, like tested? Which one's that?
I don't know. I know Cafe.
Is that PTC or some shit?
No, it's Performance Training Centre. That's a gym.
Okay. IPF?
IPF could be. I think was that the one at Sydney Expo?
I don't know.
That was meant to be tested.
Honestly, I'm just throwing out combinations of letters and hoping
Look, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I enjoy lifting heavy weights. I don't know too much about the goings on of the powerlifting industry.
The federations?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But there are obviously tested.
There are, but there's tested and non-tested, and then I'm just guessing that each federation has their different rules and some.
And let me guess, the federations don't get along with each other?
I doubt it. Unlike every other sport.
It's really, it just pisses me off, man. It's something. It's in this industry, in all different aspects of this industry. There's so many egos involved that these federations just can't fucking get along.
It's like everything. I mean, that's. Didn't somebody ask what our biggest pet peeve? That's my biggest pet peeve. Is just how nobody gets along in this industry.
I know. Too many egos, man. That's the problem. All right, next question.
Unfortunately, I can't help you, but I did do GPC.
31st Matt, what is this? Adil made fun of my colour blindness. Oh, that was a note to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I did 1:14 p.m. today, 31st of May.
That was today.
Yeah. Adil made fun of my colour blindness again. Just note to self.
20 minutes ago.
Note to self. Karen Burr Calsley. Karen Burr Calsley. Hey. What the fuck? Hey guys, KB. Okay, he's calling himself KB or she. I'm not sure if it's a guy or a girl. Hey guys, KB from Chino Hills, California, in the USA. What is your favorite multivitamin and your favorite joint health supplement?
I've always been a big fan of Animal Pack.
As your multi?
Yeah, yep. I don't use a joint health. I'll use fish oil, but I don't use a direct joint supplement.
My favorite multivitamin is MTS Greens Plus Multi. I use that year round. And my favorite joint health supplement is Coreflex. Love that shit, man. Coreflex powder, actually. Better than the pills. AK Big Gamer K. Hello, boys. AJ Kim from Toronto, Canada. There's a couple from Toronto this week. Neve, now that you have been walking around stupidly lean for several months from diet adjustments, when you suddenly eat something grossly unclean, does your stomach or GI tract react negatively?
It does. Oh, not too badly. I don't go stupid though when I eat unclean. I don't.
Really?
I'll stick to like 2 donuts.
You were telling me the other day how you had that little binge of yours.
What day was that?
Yeah.
What day was that?
Yeah.
There's some days where I go all out. All right, there are a few days. There are a few days, but lately, 9 times out of 10, I don't go stupid like I used to. Like back in the day, like eating with Joe or just eating out, I used to eat like a whole large pizza, Ben and Jerry's, Subway cookies or Coles cookies. I'd probably have 4,000 or 5,000 calories in a whole meal.
What was that place up near your place? What's it called?
Mr. Pizza and Kebab.
Mr. Pizza and Kebab.
Yeah.
Is that your name?
Yeah, where I used to get the ribs and the curly fries and pizza. But I used to eat ridiculously unclean on a cheat meal.
Yeah.
But now I'll just stick to like a couple. Probably the worst I'll have is like 2 Krispy Kreme donuts and like a Krispy Kreme milkshake. And it doesn't really negatively affect me. Like I can tell that I've had it.
Not enough calories.
Yeah,
really.
I can tell that I've had it because I do feel sick in the stomach from it. It has that effect, but not any other negative effects.
Hey guys, Wesley from Taiwan here. WT1094 is the username. Taiwan. Find that one on the map, Dylan. I've been eating healthy, hitting my macros, changing my workout periodically to mix things up for a good 2 years. However, I have yet to notice any significant gains, and I'm far from achieving the physique I'm aiming for. Right now, I'm just kind of skinny fat, currently 175 centimeters at 74 kilos and roughly 14% body fat. Have I reached my genetic potential already, or am I just doing something wrong that I'm not aware of?
I'd say you definitely haven't reached your genetic potential.
This is why I hate social media at the moment, Neve.
As people
in the fitness industry.
I mean, people throw out terms like genetic potential. I mean, I don't think you can reach your genetic potential.
There's
no such thing as genetic potential.
That's the first point is, Wesley, there's no such thing as genetic potential. It literally does not exist. You will keep, provided you stick to a progressively overloading training regime and you're willing to adjust your diet based on how your body reacts to a caloric intake and macronutrient intake, you will continue to progress until your body starts to deteriorate, until you get to an age, which for most people is probably in their 50s, where your body just starts going, you know what, it's time to start dying now.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a genetic potential.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't really said what your goals are. I mean, you're saying you're hitting your macros, but are they macros are you looking to put on weight? Are you looking to lean down? I mean, at 14%, I mean, you could probably, I mean, it depends on what you know. If you cut down to 7-8% and be quite lean and very shredded, I mean, just from cutting back your calories, increasing your expenditure, you're going to straight away lose body fat. I mean, that's, again, what do you say, your genetic potential. I mean, that's again increasing your physique by creating that slimline athletic physique. I mean, it all depends on what your goals are. I'd probably say, if you're at 14%, man, there's a lot of ways, a lot of different avenues you can go to be now reaching that physique.
And the other thing I want to say, Wesley, and this is my real pet peeve with social media and the fitness industry at the moment. You've been doing this for 2 years. 2 years. You look at, like, you know, the top athletes at the top of their game in this industry. You look at the top natural bodybuilder, arguably Doug Miller, been lifting for 22 years.
We look at, only because I watched the video.
Ulysses.
Only because I watched the video, but you look
20
at
years.
Justin Wessels.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been lifting weights for 30 years.
30 years. In his late 40s.
I've been lifting weights for 14 years.
I've been lifting weights for 12.
Yeah.
And I'm nowhere near my genetic potential.
So, I mean, and I'm nowhere near my...
You just started, brother.
Yeah.
You just started.
It's all about your...
but this is what I'm saying, Neve. This is why I don't like the social media at the moment, because people expect to look like these top fitness models after lifting for fucking 2 years, 3 years, 4. Like, this shit takes time, man. It takes time.
I'm a big fan of Gary Vee, and something that he says as well is that people say that somebody got lucky. Yeah. Like Gary, this is just what he said, but Gary Vee says people from school came to him and said, "Oh, you got lucky." Yeah. Because he hit one like library TV and got famous when he was, or got big on YouTube. I think he's like 40, and when he was like 35, he finally became out. But nobody watched how he worked when he got 3 viewers on his one library TV for the first 18 months. Is nobody sees that work that you put in beforehand. Yeah. LeBron James came on board at 18 and got a $90 million deal from Nike. And they're saying, fuck. But nobody saw work from when he was 3 years old. That's it. Dribbling the basketball. He'd already put in 15 years of work before he got that Nike contract. I mean, that's what people have got to realise is that these people
everything takes time.
These people that you aspire to on Instagram or Facebook or the guy that you see at the gym, they've been doing that for 10, 12 years religiously, day in, day out.
Yeah.
So that's just what you got to remember, is it's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
Exactly.
I mean, if it was easy, then everyone would look like Steve Cook or Ulysses or Callum Von Moger, whoever you want to look like. I mean, yeah, that's the thing, man. It's just going to take
time.
Do and eat clean, keep training hard. But
you're on the right track, brother.
Do it for 10 years.
Exactly.
And then,
Then you can talk about genetic potential.
Or even like 30 years, and then, or Doug Miller's case, 22 years and look at genetic potential. And I'm sure Doug Miller can still get more out of his physique.
But I think he can too. Chest a little bit small. Dylan Phillipson. Hey fellas, Dylan hasn't told us where he's from. Neve, pick a location.
He's from Cincinnati.
Dylan Phillipson from Cincinnati, Ohio. It's near where MTS is. Hey fellas, just wanted to quickly say it was a pleasure meeting both of you and the crew at Filex the other week. Fuck, I didn't realize Dylan came all the way from Cincinnati.
It was at the Olympia 2 years ago.
I have a question about muscles not firing when training. I've had this problem the last couple of months where I can't get a contraction on my muscles. No matter if I go light or heavy or slow or controlled, it's starting to affect me mentally. Do I see a physical therapist or get a deep tissue massage or cupping or acupuncture? Any suggestions will help a lot, guys. Thanks.
I think we had this question last week.
We had a similar question, yeah. This one, he says he can't get a contraction on his muscles no matter what, Neve. No contraction.
You have to get some contraction to move the weight, though.
Exactly.
So
it sounds like you're having trouble with mind-muscle connection more than anything.
And the muscles contract. When you do a bicep curl, you're contracting your bicep.
And you lift your shoulder up, your shoulder contracts. Like your muscles are contracting.
But
your issue sounds like you're not recognizing the contraction in your mind.
I wouldn't really worry about going and seeing people. It's just something you just need to, I don't know, focus on it. I'll be honest, I can't answer it because I never had this problem, and that's what I said last week.
This is what I tell people all the time with mind-muscle connection. Is let's say you want to train your bicep, for example. What you want to do is just without a weight, just flex your bicep. Just like stand there and just flex your bicep. Just like do that. Just feel what it feels like to flex. Then what you want to do is you want to progressively add resistance to that flexion. So grab a dumbbell, but don't think about lifting the dumbbell. Think about what you did without the dumbbell, and that's just flexing the bicep. And then get a heavier dumbbell, do the same thing. And then get a heavier dumbbell and do the same thing. And slowly add resistance, but never lose track of the fact that what you're trying to do is flex your bicep under resistance.
Yeah.
And that's going to help you out with mind-muscle connection.
Yeah.
Concur?
Yeah.
Chris Brown. Newcastle, Australia is where Chris Brown is from. Dylan. What's good, big boys? Sending love from Newcastle, Australia. And as always, Neve, mate, how is the nutrition going to change in association to the training in prep for the powerlifting comp? And is Arnold's a definite? Also, the drive isn't as bad as we thought. Cheers, lads. Stay massive.
That was a drive from Newcastle. Was it back from Newcastle back to Sydney, back to Newcastle for Filex? Yeah.
So a bit of background to this question, because a lot of viewers going, what the fuck is going on here? Big Nevos announced a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I was going to the deadlift only at
the Arnold.
And I was obviously training for that. But the thing is, I haven't been able to do heavy deads for the last couple of weeks.
Why?
Because I got a skin cancer cut out my back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So stay out of the solarium beds, all y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck them beds, man.
Not smart.
That's why they're illegal.
And especially 5 years of working landscaping. But it all got cut out, so if anyone worried about my health, thank you, I'm alright.
Big Nevos is A-OK. Do we get the... We probably
put the Barney on.
Put the Barney.
Yep, thumbs up.
Yeah, because he is a doctor.
Yep, so there's Barney giving me all clear.
Yep.
So yeah, and it was like dead on the center of my upper back, and it was pretty much right where my lat contracts. So I couldn't lift heavy, so I haven't really been lifting heavy at all for the last 2 or 3 weeks, but I finally got the stitches out last week, I think. So yeah, back into it. But the main issue that I had when I was training is just my carbs were just way too low. So that's the thing I'm gonna have to change is on my training days is, and that's what I do was just jack up my carbs pre-workout. Yeah, that's the main thing. I was just dying. Like, I actually had to go buy a Lenny and Larry cookie from the gym I was training at, just to
Really?
actually give me a bit of energy to get through the session.
Just to get some fuel for your fire.
So yeah, you can't lift heavy and be on no carbs like I was doing.
J4YL1L. Hey fellas, Jail from the ADL from Adelaide, South Australia. I recently bought the Trump stack for the first time. I took 1 scoop of Red, White and Boom and a scoop of Stars and Pipes and had the biggest crash of my life. I think I even got a panic attack from it as it made me too damn jittery and anxious. We're just talking about this. Mind you, I take strong high stim pre-workouts and am not stim sensitive. After experimenting with dosages for a few days, I found that it was the Stars and Pipes that was giving me the terrible crashes, and I find this very strange as it has no stimulants. I take 1 scoop of Red, White and Boom and I'll be totally fine, but as soon as I add even half a scoop of Stars and Pipes, the crash hits me like a motherfucker. Can you explain this at all?
My only bet it's just the effects of the products working synergistically with each other. But even at that stage, I can't see how you're crashing from it, because a crash is when you go from a real high to a low.
That's a real tough one, isn't it? Because really, like, you know, the type of effect that you're getting from Stars and Pipes, being the boost in nitric oxide, the muscle volume and the muscle power from the betaine, you're kind of already getting in Red, White and Boom already, because Red, White and Boom does have the citrulline malate in there for the muscle pump. It doesn't have any glycerol or any betaine, but...
Yeah. As Joe said, he gets it from Red, White and Boom, but the fact you get it from Stars and Pipes, I'm not sure what it would be.
Have you tried taking Stars and Pipes by itself, J.U.? I maybe give that a shot, because that would narrow it down. Get rid of the Red, White and Boom completely. Have a stim-free workout just on Stars and Pipes and see if you crash. I suspect you won't. But do that and let us know, and then we may be able to provide a little bit further direction. But I've never heard that before.
No.
That's definitely a new one for us. Chris Nyholm. What's up, fellas? Chris from Tampa, Florida, US of A. I'm writing you guys because this has been a tough year and I'm in need of some motivation. Currently, I've been experiencing 5 months of constant headaches that can be debilitating at times and make it almost impossible to train. And I'm getting way too out of shape, which makes it even worse. I've been seeing doctors and getting every test I can, MRI, spinal tap, and taking a bunch of medications, and nothing has helped me so far. I keep telling myself to hang in there and that it will eventually get better, but it's becoming very frustrating as I can't see any end in sight. Do you guys have any personal stories where you were able to get through some tough times, or have any words of motivation? Really appreciate it, guys, and stay massive.
Touch wood, I haven't had anything too bad, like health-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had operations before, like I've had knee ops and nose operations and stuff, but in terms of sort of your health problems, I touch wood, and thankfully I haven't experienced any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing that's really kept me out of a gym for longer than, even with my knee, I was still walking and slowly jogging after 2 weeks, so it's not really anything that's kept me out. Even with my torn lat and tricep, that only kept me out of the gym for 4 days. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, all you can do is just keep staying positive and keep thinking of the positives.
Yeah, look, Chris, I can relate, man, because I have very severe lower back injuries. And when I sustained those injuries, it was like 12 months before I could, you know, like lift properly, even get in the gym and, you know, start doing shit. You know, you just have to keep your eye on the prize, man. I know you say you can't see any end in sight, but there is an end in sight, and you will find a solution to it. And you just have to have faith that that solution is coming, and it may come in a week, it may come in a month, it may come in 6 months, it may come in a year, but eventually you will find a solution, and you know you'll be back where you need to be. And in the meantime, just hang in there, brother.
I guess the only thing you do at the
It's
moment
all short term, baby.
It's just try and, if you're getting a bit out of shape, is just restructure your calories and your macros accordingly.
Yeah, tighten your diet up.
So just like, if those, I know it's not probably not the
Don't be heading
advice you
towards
wanna
that
hear,
emotional eating.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
Neve and Nutella does not mix.
No.
No.
Especially when Neve is sad. Neve.
And but yeah, definitely watch your macros. I mean, yeah, if you're obviously not doing the output of your weights and your cardio, you don't need all those carbs. So cut back, and you don't need all those calories. So cut back on the calories and the carbs. as well, I guess if there are good days where you don't feel the debilitating headaches, then try and walk where you can or do what you can just to get your body moving and burning a few calories just to try to stay somewhat in shape.
Corey Warboyes. Hey guys, Corey from Lithgow, New South Wales. I'm having trouble dropping the last few kilograms. I'm currently 88 kgs down from 115. It's a big loss. Congratulations, Corey. Currently training 5 to 6 days a week. What can I do for the last couple of kilograms I want to lose?
I mean, there's heaps of stuff you can do, man. I mean, especially without too much information.
Yeah.
It's very hard to sort of know what you're currently doing, but obviously, if you've lost that much already, which is amazing, but things, obviously, like cutting your calories more. If you're already at pretty low, there's a lot of things you do, like carb cycling. You could try something different. I've been trying intermittent fasting, which has been working really well for me. There's a ton of different diets. Maybe you just need you shock your body with a new diet. Yeah, as I said, carb cycling, intermittent fasting.
Add some more cardio.
Carb backloading.
Increase your caloric output.
You're training,
add some HIIT.
Yeah, you're training 5 to 6 days a week. What are you doing on those 2 days where you're not training?
Yep.
Are you, as Joe said, are you doing HIIT? You could do 45 minutes worth of HIIT, or you could go push sleds or flip a tire. Or
tell us, you really need to give us a little bit more information, Corey. We need to know, what's your current caloric intake, what's your macro split look like, how much cardio are you doing, what does your training entail, and then we can kind of, pick out the gaps and go, well, you could possibly decrease your caloric intake, you could do something with your carbs, like you were saying, carb cycling, you could possibly add some cardio.
As well as days where, like, you're doing, all right, you say you're doing 5 to 6 days a week, but how have you structured your training?
Yeah.
Are you doing like Joe does, where he does just single body parts? Like Joe, some days will go train biceps on their own. Some days will go train, some days you go train just triceps on your own. So that's the thing, are you going in there and you're just doing biceps for an hour? Because that's going to make a massive difference between going in and doing, say, an upper body, lower body split, or a push-pull leg split where you're burning a lot more calories that way. Whereas, I mean, Joe training is, just his biceps tonight, for example, might burn 300 calories. But if you go and hit a leg session, Joe will burn 1,000 calories.
At least. So
you got to look at things like that. I mean, there's so many different things you can change. I mean, yeah, you do get to sticking points with diets, but there's always somewhere that you can move to and change to try and get a bit more out of it.
Hit us back with some more details and we'll be able to help you out a little bit more, my bro. James Best. Hey guys, how are you? I'm from Canberra in the ACT, Australia. And my question is for you very big boys that have a lot of weight to lose, us very big boys that have a lot of weight to lose. Are there any products we can use to help with skin elasticity or stretch marks?
I actually spoke to James on the phone last night.
Did you really? This guy, James Best, from Canberra in the ACT. Wow. Did he ask you this question?
We did speak about this.
Oh, okay. Well, probably already know the answer. But for all the other viewers.
As I spoke to you last night, James, but I mean, there's not too many products that are actually going to help with skin elasticity and getting that stretchiness of the skin back. James' goal at the moment is to lose body weight and body fat. So the thing that's going to help that, the main thing that's going to help that is losing weight slowly, allowing your body, as you lose weight, to sort of let your skin sort of try and stretch back a little bit. It's like when people put on too much weight too quickly, or obviously like pregnant mothers, they put on a lot of weight and their skin stretches, they get stretch marks. If you're like someone on The Biggest Loser who's losing 10 kilos a week, your skin doesn't react that quickly and you're going to get a lot of sort of saggy skin. So I guess the thing would be that I'd recommend to do is sort of trying to lose weight at a slow and steady, man. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, letting your body and your skin react to those losses rather than just shocking it and then having that leftover skin. But unfortunately, there's nothing you can really take or do for. I mean, stretch marks you can put bio oil on, which will help take away that. But in terms of elasticity, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Taylor Darlington, hey guys, Taylor from Sydney, Australia. Love you both and all the TMJ team, always so lovely and informative at expos. Just wondering if there is any news regarding the opening of the MassiveJoes Sydney store. Very keen, thanks and stay massive.
This one's probably one for you.
Fuck, Taylor. We're trying, Taylor, we're trying. We've been knocked back twice now, so we're hoping third time lucky. And when I say knocked back, we go, Leah and I go, and we scout. We look at, last time we looked at 12 different spots. we find our most favorite spot, and we start the negotiating procedure on that place, because always the landlord or the agent representing the landlord asks for top rent and longest terms and no incentives and all that. And so you start negotiating and you try and reach a middle ground where what they're asking for in rent is suitable, the lease term they're asking for is suitable, the incentives are suitable, and you come to a meeting of the minds, and then you sign the lease and then you open the store. Now what's happened with us is we've gotten to the final stage of that, the meeting of the minds stage, where we think, yep, we're about to like literally sign on the dotted line, and something happens and we get fucked
in the butt.
Okay. And you can tell I'm getting a little bit frustrated because it's happened 2 times now. And the last spot we were like, we've got this motherfucker. And then we got in the butt.
What in the butt?
What in the butt? So we have to go back again, round 3. Leah and I, once again, we'll probably look at 12 places, 12 to 15 places, pick our favorite, start the negotiating process, and hopefully, third time lucky, we can put it all together.
And that's the other issue as well, is you have to wait like a good 4 to 6 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks for more properties to come on the market as well.
That's it. You can't just kind of back up, because we're like, well, we looked at those places 2 weeks ago and we didn't like them. So patience, Taylor. It is coming. It's been a long time coming. We were supposed to have this store up and running in February, but you know, all good things take time. Chris Nyholm is back again.
It's not a question, it's a statement.
Oh, okay. Should I read it anyway?
It's very true. So.
Okay, all right. Chris Nyholm, Chris from Tampa, Florida, is back with a statement. This isn't really a question, but just wanted to point out, Big Nevos, your arms looking like... Really?
It's true.
Your arms looking like big, shredded, swollen cock arms. Great work, brother.
That's question of the week. That gets the bunny on fun.
I can't believe you read that and then let me read it out loud, knowing what it was going to be. Thanks, Chris. Always keep a weekly word nice and informative for the viewers at home. Harry L16, what's good? You've better big boys. Harry from Newcastle in the AU, Newcastle, New South Wales. My question regards strength specifically. Are you an advocate for linear or conjugate programming? I know a lot of people say only use conjugate once you can't progress using linear training anymore, but what's your personal opinion and enjoyment while using both systems? E.g., which system is more enjoyable to run? Also, Joe, get a goddamn MJ's up here in New South Wales. It is in dire need of one. We just spoke about that. Harry?
Linear programming will only work for a very short amount of time.
Agreed.
There's only so long that you can keep putting extra weight on the bar each week.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone would just keep putting...
Everyone would be stupidly strong.
Yeah, and everyone would just keep putting 2.5 kilos on their bench.
Yeah. And benching it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really find that... I'm a numbers person, so I don't really find that very fun either, because it's just putting numbers. I like working with percentages, and which is like the 531 is a great program if you're looking for something with numbers.
Louis Simmons conjugate training.
If you're liking a bit of bands and a bit of chains and stuff.
Bands and make her dance.
But yeah, I think the best thing that I've found, and I always tell people to do, and works well for myself, is, and we said it before, is every week, every session, make sure you're either getting A, more reps, or B, adding more weight.
Progressive overload.
Progressive overload is
what it comes down to.
Is the key to it. So, as I tell a lot of people, probably the best thing to do is go to the gym with a notebook, or you can use an app on your phone like Rep Count. But you just chuck in there and just say, all right, well, if you want to keep it easy, and just say I'm going to do 2 warm-up sets or 3 warm-up sets, and then do 4 working sets at X weight. So tonight I might be doing, let's just say I'll work up to my first working set of dumbbell bench press, and I'll use the 40 kilo dumbbells. So I'll do them for 4 sets. My first set I got 8 reps. Second set I got 7 reps. Next set I got 7 sets. Next set I got 6 reps. So the following week when I go back and do that exercise, I want to try and use that for that 40 kilos, but try and get more reps. So I'll try and get 8 reps on every single of those 4 sets. And then once I've gotten 8 reps, so I might get 8, 8, 8, 7. Next week, all right, well, I didn't get my 4 sets of 8. Next week, I'll get 9, 8, 8, 8. So I know I've progressed. Next week, go to use the 42.5 kilo dumbbells. You might use 8, 7, 7, 6. Next week, you might get 8, 8, 8, 8, put up to 45.
Yep.
So each week, you're either going heavier on an exercise or getting more reps.
You're putting in more work.
Yeah, and if you keep, the thing though that you want to do is you want to take a notebook and you want to document everything you do, because you don't want to, it's too hard to try and remember. Right, last week I got the 40.
Write it down.
42s
or put it
for
in
6.
an app.
Yeah, which is rep count, which is very good, which is a free app. And that way, yeah, you can go back and you look back and say, all right, when I did this exercise 3 weeks ago, I got the 37.5 for 7 reps. This week I'm going to try and get it for 8 reps. So you're always doing better than you did previously. So.
Dean hasn't told us where he's from.
Oh, Dean emailed through, so yeah.
Yeah, where's Dean from?
He's from Minnesota.
Dean from Minnesota in the US of A. Hi, Nevos. I've been using Vitago S2 as my intra and post carb source for the past 8 years. 8 years! And have had great results with it. Can you help me understand the difference between how supplements such as Carbolin, Carb10, Dextrose work? I'm looking to see if there's an even better option for me, or could you pass this through for a weekly word episode? Thanks for the great help and content. Much appreciated. Dean from Minnesota.
Yeah, Dean did email it through, so I apologize, Dean, that I didn't reply to your email. I thought I'd just check it straight in weekly word for you.
Here you go, brother.
So the main difference is like the GI rating of the carbohydrates. Low GI, high GI, complex, simple carbohydrates.
Yep.
Something, and the effects that it has on your blood sugar levels.
And therefore?
The insulin response.
Exactly.
So something like dextrose is a simple carbohydrate, so it'll elicit a sharp and very quick release of insulin, the pancreas to release insulin. Obviously, insulin is one of the most anabolic hormone in the body, which is why it's perfect for post-workout. So something as such as Carb10 or Carbolin won't give you that same insulin response, or even won't give you an insulin response, and yeah, just give you that won't elicit that sharp response such as dextrose.
Yeah. Vitago, you know, my advice for you, Dean, from Minnesota, Vitago is great as an intra-workout carbohydrate. Post-workout, not so good. You really want to be taking something like a dextrose if you're interested in maximizing recovery. You know, Dextro Pure is going to be ideal for that because it gives you maximum insulin response. So, but if Vitago's been good for you intra-workout for 8 years, stick with it, man. Intra-workout carbs really are personal. Like you know, I'm a massive fan. I use Glycoject at the moment, which is Carbolin, whereas you've been a big fan of Vitago. I know Boss Josh likes cluster dextrin.
Yeah.
I don't really like cluster dextrin. So, you know, each to their own sort of thing. Last question. Of course, it's coming from Dr. Bong, Barney Ong. What's good, Nevos? With the trend nowadays being non-stim pump formulas, how do you determine if a product is really good as a pump supplement? What I notice, products remain unnamed, is that some products simply pump super high dosages of ingredients in their pump formula. As a result of that, you are guaranteed to have a ridiculous pump, as the ingredients are bound to have a strong effect at such high doses. So based on this, how would you determine the quality of one pump formula compared to another?
Good question, Barnard.
Very, very good question.
There's 2 sides to this.
Yeah.
Number one, you have to have a look at the ingredients and the dosing of the ingredients, which is what you said anyway. I mean, if they're all sort of clinically dosed, I mean, like your citrulline malate sort of in your 6 to 8 grams.
Yeah.
Your agmatine in your 1 to 2 grams, probably not higher than 2 grams, but like 1 gram at least. I mean, you're bound to get you're bound to get a good pump from it. The thing is though, and I still don't know why it is, but a lot of products that you and I have used look shit on paper, but then synergistically together, they work very well.
Spot on.
So there's not really a clear cut, yes, this is going to be a good one, and yes, this is going to be a bad one.
Yeah.
You can look at paper and say, well, yeah, this has got 8 grams of citrulline malate, this has got 1.5 grams of agmatine, this has got X amount of glycerol, X amount of everything. So, I mean, you can say, oh, yeah, well, it should give you a good pump, but then I've had some that look shit on paper and give ridiculous pumps.
Amazing pumps.
So, yeah, it's all about how the ingredients work synergistically, not just what it includes.
Yeah, exactly. There is definitely something to be said about synergism of ingredients because, like, you know, you can't. It's not as simple, Barney. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as saying these are the top 5 pump ingredients on the planet, and so I'm going to put all 5 of them in a pump supplement at full clinical dosages, and I'm going to make the best pump supplement ever, because those ingredients may not work well together when they're put in there together, and you may get better results with using slightly lower dosages with other ingredients that may amplify and work concurrently with those particular ingredients to amplify the results.
And if you're using a stim-free pre-workout, where a lot of people put like their beta-alanine and taurine and those kind of things, I mean, that could have an adverse effect or on that again. So
yeah. Just quickly, while we're on it, favorite pump supplement?
It probably is Stars and Pipes lately.
Yeah, from America Labs. You know what? I keep coming back to Core Pump.
I was using that last week. I was using Kraken and Kraken Melon and Apple Pump because that's what we had open in the kitchen.
Yeah,
and I was getting like ridiculous back pumps.
You know what I need to? Well, I might try it myself, but what someone needs to do is take, like, if Doug Miller ever wants to update Core Pump, you know what would be just the tits? What? Would be Core Pump plus sodium nitrate.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? Fuck.
Imagine Dougie's arms on that.
I might even try that. I might try, because sodium nitrate is in Blackstone Labs Hype Extreme. I might try Hype Extreme stacked with Core Pump, just for shits and giggles, and report back to CEO Miller.
The ultimate non-stim stack.
Well, it could be, because you got the mental focus in there as well. I might give that a shot. I'll let you know how I go, Barney. Big Neve boss. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching this on the mobile or your PC. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. If you like this video, throw down a comment. We are now completely done with AskNeve questions. So we're taking a new round. Post your question as a comment to this video, hashtag AskNeve. Don't forget to tell us where you're from, or else you may end up in Minnesota.
Can I also just say, can you please write it as a comment and hashtag AskNeve? I only included Dean's just because I literally looked at it right as we were about to work in and shoot.
Yeah. He didn't have the hashtag.
He didn't have the hashtag.
And he didn't tell us where he was from.
He didn't tell us where he was from, and it was via email. So please don't send it via email, otherwise I'll just reply to you in an email.
Comment to this video. And as always, spread the love. Share this video around if you like what you see, man. Spread the love on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Until next week, Big Nevos. Where are we coming to and from, man?
MassiveJoes.com.